What is up, everyone? This is Pedro from Reseller Engine. I'm coming to you live from Costa Rica. We're spending a few weeks here with my family in our vacation home, and I wanted to do this quick video that explains Amazon math to somebody who's never sold on Amazon so that you have a very clear understanding of how much investment you need to make this business work. Now, I'm going to start off by saying that you need to watch this video to the very end because I'm going to input some variables into this GPT that I've built that will show you just how quickly you can accelerate in this business by inputting credit into the equation. If you were to start this business with just $5,000 and buying inventory that you know will consistently sell over time, it could take you years to grow it into a massive amount of money that will generate what is almost passive income by selling products on Amazon day in and day out. But we're going to show you how to accelerate this by inputting credit, and credit can make such a huge difference to an Amazon business, and this is why it's so important that you actually see the math and how it works. Let's dive right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the mic extension and I'm going to talk to ChatGPT as though it was a friend and I'm just getting business advice from them. So ChatGPT is going to act like my consultant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the special GPT that I built for it that takes into consideration finance principles and inventory valuation principles as well as sell-through rates. So I'm going to talk to ChatGPT as though it was my business consultant, and I'm just going to ask it some very specific finance questions. Hey, I want you to build me a model so I can understand how long it's going to take for me to grow my initial $5,000 investment into a $50,000 inventory valuation in my Amazon business. Assume that every product that I sell is giving me a 20% margin, net margin. So all of the money that is being collected by Amazon is going to be held in an account, and I'm going to be paid out all of the money on the 1st and 15th of every month for a 12-month period. And assume that the sell-through is going to be 1.2% of my inventory per day. As I purchase more inventory and that is entered into the system, that inventory will continue to grow. So it'll be 1.2% of that inventory overall every day. So it's going to keep growing. Assume that there's going to be peak periods where the sell-through is going to grow to 4% per day. These peak periods include the months of October, November, and December, and 2 random days during July for Prime Day, where the sell-through will also be 4% per day. Can you tell me how quickly I will get $50,000 of inventory valuation in my Amazon business? And it's going to do all the calculations right here. So there's the initial investment with a 20% margin, and it's going to go through all of these periods here, and it's going to take all of the assumptions. It's going to take the peak periods. It's going to take everything. It's going to give us all of these formulas, and it's going to tell us that it's going to take approximately 6 to 9 months. Isn't that amazing? Now, let's pretend for a second that you become a very experienced Amazon seller after completing the reseller engine, and you fully understand and grasp every concept behind sourcing products, and you're able to reduce your costs by optimizing your operation. So your net margin actually goes from 20 to 25%, and your inventory sell-through during the normal time of the year is 1.5%. You're also an expert at repricing, so that's going to add margin on and off at certain times of the year. But let's build these assumptions in right now. We're also going to assume that because you've got so much confidence and so much conviction in your Amazon sourcing skills, you're going to invest not $5,000, but $25,000. So let's see how that impacts everything. Hey, ChatGPT, take all of the assumptions that you had above and change the following ones. We're going to change the sell-through rate from 1.2% per day to 1.5% per day. We're going to increase the margin to 25% because we've gotten better at repricing and are better at managing our costs in operations. I also want you to consider an initial $25,000 of initial inventory. And I want you to tell me how quickly we can get to $50,000 in inventory valuation given these premises. And we're starting off, we'll say, in September. It's going to do all of the calculations. So according to ChatGPT, if you were to start this business in September with $25,000 invested, your inventory valuation would grow to $50,000 in mid-November. Let's see what happens if we do this for an entire year. Hey, this was great. What if I was just to continue this for a full year, a 12-month period? How much would my inventory valuation grow? Just going to do all the calculations again. And here we go. By the end of the 12-month period, assuming consistent reinvestment and based on your assumptions, the inventory valuation could grow to $150,000 to $200,000. Remember, this is inventory valuation and it's already worth $200,000. If you were to cash out everything at cost, you'd have $200,000 and you only had $5,000 initially and then $25,000 after that. So you're $200,000 of cost of goods. Now, if you were to actually sell that at a profit, you'd have around $250,000, which is a huge amount of money in a very short period of time. There's not a lot of investments out there that will give you that kind of return. Now, let's pretend we're starting with a clean slate. Let's check this out. Because you saw things were working so well, you went out and got a loan and you got an American Express Platinum card, and now you don't have a spending limit. And you have $200,000 available to you. What happens if you just put all of it into inventory? Let's find out. Hey, ChatGPT, what if we took that $200,000 and reinvested it all back into inventory and continued working for another 12 months on the same business model? How much would my inventory valuation be after an additional 12 months of reinvestment? So according to this, at the end of the 12-month period, you would be at $1 to $1.5 million in inventory valuation. So let's ask it one more question. Hey, ChatGPT, with this newest valuation of $1.5 million, given that we have a sell-through rate on average of 1.5% during the slow time of the year, what would be my expected monthly sales from this business? And what would be my expected monthly profit from this business given the 25% net margin? And here we go. So once you get to an inventory valuation of $1.5 million, you can expect $675,000 in monthly sales with an expected monthly profit of $168,750 per month. That's pretty crazy. That's why I tell everybody Amazon is a great business if you're willing to invest money and if you're willing to take risks on products. You're not going to win on every product, but when you're net profiting $168,750 per month, you're doing really well and you can take chances on different things. You can grow into other businesses for sure. You could buy commercial real estate, you could get into prep centers, you could start your own brand even. Like when you have this kind of money, you can really spend on ads if that's what you wanted to do. But I always tell people, you need to go into Amazon with an open mind. And the longer you can hold out on having to pay yourself, the better, because you can compound your growth in this way. This $168,000 per month profit is very achievable, but it generally takes around 2 years of consistent reinvestment into profitable inventory. And to do this, you need a series of skills and you need a series of connections, because you need to be able to build out in order to be able to spend that much money with a whole range of different products. So you need to become an expert in a lot of different categories. This is where the reseller engine comes in. We help you use data and advanced sourcing methods in order to be able to consistently find profitable products that you can inject into your Amazon business so you can grow your inventory valuation over time and eventually build the business of your dreams. Right now, I'm in Costa Rica. I'm going to be here for a few more weeks. I'm here with my family. We're living in a resort. This is our vacation property. We're able to go to the beach, go to the pool, go surfing, go to volcanoes, do all those fun things that everyone wants to do because we've been growing our Amazon business. My Amazon business is 9 years old. You know, I'm basically 1,000 steps ahead of you, but we all started in the same place with 0 sales. When I started this in 2014, didn't have any sales, didn't know what I was doing, but I put this program together to be able to help people like you grow inventory valuation so they can have the lifestyle that they've been dreaming of. So follow me, subscribe to my channel. All of my links are in the description below. I'll be happy to send you this GPT so that you can do the calculations on your own.